How do, folks? For those of you that watched anything I put up last week, you'd have seen that I was entering a match on the lower 7. I did so, and I blanked so as I thought. I had no idea what I was doing. The river was up. It's very, very deep where we were, down at Ripple, and I blanked. Couldn't even, as I kept saying, couldn't beg a bite. Some of the other lads did manage to land, and actually some nice bags come out, nice big mixed bags. So there was a couple with the biggest bream I've seen come out of the river, but river bream, daddy rough, eel, and then yeah, down the other end there's only one barbel come out, but it was I think it was £9, over £9 anyway. So yeah, nice to be out, but would have been nice to have had a fish. But there we go. It's now Monday. I'm back on the River 7. Ironically, I'm back in the swim where I was last time that I caught a barbel. That's not by choice. I wanted to fish a swim a few pegs up, but unfortunately there's somebody already there. So you snooze, you lose, as I say. Didn't get down till late. A few bits and bobs to do around the house first, and I've done a bit of bailiff work on the way up to where I am, because a few lads fishing. Nicely to see there's some barbel come out, and then caught up with a chap who watches some of the videos. I didn't get your name, but nice to have a chat with you anyway. But yeah, it's the river's, it's still up, a lot more up than I thought it was going to be. But the lads that have been down recently, they've said it's dropped quite a bit, to be fair, but still on its way down. The good news is, I mean, it is a glorious day. I'm going to get sunburnt, I'm sure, again, but the river's still very coloured, and it's pushing through. So what I've done is I've taken the feeder off the one rod, gone to a gripper lead, and I'm just going to fish spam on that one, because that's what caught me last time. And the other one, bigger cage feeder, loads of maggots and casters. I'll be pumping those out. At some point I might fold down that rod and put on a float and trot some meat through, but we'll see how it goes. I've only got a few hours, obviously getting back for the kiddos, but yeah, let's crack on and try and get a fish out. So I'm just reeling in a minnow, and this is either a little pike or a perch has nailed it. Oh. I would hazard a guess this is definitely a pike. That definitely isn't a perch. It's not even to say this will stay on. The sun is right in my eyes. I wonder, will I actually be landing you, sunshine? Just sat in the float. If he dies in them snags I've had it, because this is just £6 line straight through. It is a pike. Yep. The day I'm not pike fishing, I catch a pike. Lovely jubbly. I say catch it, I haven't caught him yet. He's just kiting. I've got no control over this whatsoever. So I've got a size 14 hook on. I've put a size 14 hook on, and he's off. Good out. A lot of judders off this. What's this? Captain Perch, a very washed out perch. Right on the edge. I think the perch are literally sat on the edge looking for the minnows to make a mistake. I've actually got a little fish to put a bend in my rod. I'd imagine this is a chub, I'm not sure. The last few I've taken from down there, they've all pinged off. Let's see if we can see it in case it does come off. Oh, it's another clonking perch. Come on, mate, in case there's any pike about. Come on. In the net. Rightio folks, because of all the faffing with the small fish, the minnows and tiny chub, I upped my hook to a size 14 wide gape barbel hook. Still catching the chub and minnows, so I've just gone back to a size 18 double maggot over a bed of casters and maggots, and I've had this out. So nothing huge, but still it's a second nice perch I've had from this peg. I haven't got anything to measure him, but another fine example of a perch really. Not really going to help the sun is on my your side if you like, so you're not really going to see too much, but another really lovely fish. No marks, no dinks, but yeah, taking full advantage of my maggots. So right, let's get him back. There's a fish on. What it is I don't know. Need to get that one out of the water. I do hope it's a barbel. I'd certainly suggest this is a barbel. Not a big fish though, considering it's actually in the flow. There's no real strength there really. Just either a big chub or it is a barbel. Don't put too much pressure on because I don't want to lose the fish. It's just sat there at the moment. And the sun is right in my eyeballs, I can't see a thing. Here we go, what we got. Go on, show me the fish. Let me at least see the fish. Come on. Oh, it's another baby barbel, bless. I know he's seen me, he's woke up.
A few moments later.
Well, I promise you I'm not making this a job's worth of a landing a fish. The drag's not on stupid tight, it's not on stupid loose. He's just doing whatever he wants really. It really is just a little one. This is ridiculous. Come on, son. How are you putting up so much fight? Oh, I think I got you. In the net. Get in. Oh, lovely. Right, folks. Right at last knockings, I've had a barbel. You're about to see the fish. It's not a big fish. If anything, it's probably exactly the same size as the last time I was in this peg. This session has pretty much almost ended up being the same as last time I was here. A nice big perch and a barbel. The only difference, I guess, I have float fish today, so I've had loads of little minnows, tiny little chublets, a couple of little dace, hooked a jack pike, which bit me off. So yeah, but it's been cracking. A little bit of a stress in that today's one of those days where everything, like, you know, when you're swinging your hook in to grab the bait and it swings past you 5 times before you grab it, or I've hooked my chair, my leg, my bank stick. It's wrapped round stuff on the bank. It's been one of those sessions, but it has been nice. It has been nice. So I've rested the fish up a lot whilst I'm sorting myself out because I'm getting ready to pack down and go home. But I shall bring the fish over shortly. I did think I was on for a bit of a blank, to be honest. I've yet to unhook the fish. It's not too far inside his mouth, to be fair, so that's good. Do this pretty quickly. Actually heavier than the last one, so I think I've done myself a bit of an injustice there, but yeah, cracking fish. I just can't get over the fight on these. I've got to be fair. I know everyone's always told me about them and you hear about it and see about it, and I just, yeah, absolutely astounds me. And I've done it on my own. I haven't had anybody holding my hand to do it. Oh, absolutely cracking. Right, let's get him back in the water because I don't want to keep it out too long, and let's get it back. Right then folks, that's the end of today's session. Like I said, that barbel came right at last knockings, so I count my lucky stars I managed to get that fish in. Another awesome fight. I gave it a bit of injustice in that it was bigger than the last barbel I had, and I did weigh it. It's now my PB. Now I know it's not a big barbel by anybody's standards, but it's mine. So onwards and upwards from that point, I guess. So it's really made my day. The day itself has just been, I don't know if you can see it, the sweat marks. I am proper sweaty swallocks. It's roasting. People have gone out piking and zandering, and that's each their own. At the moment, I just don't even want to really think about picking up a dead bait rod. I just don't. It's just too warm. So stuck with it. Go for the barbel, and another lovely day. I've had PB barbel. I've had another clonking, not a clonking, but a decent perch. Loads of chublets and minnows, hounded by them in fact. And then hooked to jack pike, which must have took a minnow or a dace off the hook, which bit me off. But putting all that aside, and a little bit of a stress earlier in the day, I was hooking everything around buttfish. Yeah, it's been a glorious day. So yeah, here's two things for you. Put your comments or your thoughts in the comments, should I say. So I love gone fishing with mortar and whiteout. Absolutely love it. Some people don't, and I understand. You know, it's not there to be, let's go and catch the biggest and the most fish. That's not what the programme's about. Some people don't seem to get that. But anyway, me and my wife love to sit down and watch. That's one reason why I love to watch it, because my wife watches it with me. But two thoughts. So my first thought, number one, the last episode with that comedian Lee, personally I thought it was rubbish, and like I say, I absolutely love this programme, so for me to knock it, take some, it just didn't work. It's a real shame they couldn't have found somebody else different to him. The chemistry was just not the same. So tell me your thoughts on that first of all. Secondly, when Bob came back I watched yesterday's after I got back from work late, what a difference. The guy was quite clearly poorly, and such a difference in the programme. The chemistry was so different, and even though he wasn't on top form, it was still bloody funny. So I guess my next question really is towards Bob really, is do you not think you look really quite poorly? I've had shingles myself, obviously nowhere near as bad as he has. It's affected a lot of things. You could see in his mobility, but in the face as well, he looked really quite poorly. So I'm just intrigued to see what other people think really. Just pop a comment in. But the great news was, at the end of the programme, they did say that there's a new episode, series, which is just great news. Such a brilliant piece of TV to watch. So yeah, hopefully it'll cool down soon. and I can get me, well, I will be getting my pike rods out regardless, but if it's like this again next week, I should probably have to barbel again. Yeah, enough of me waffling. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in a bit.